Okay, this is you can see that. This is our data logger with one data logger and one multiplexer. The data logger record for this now directly recorded for 4 LVDTs. Here we have here you can see LVDT we name as S1, S2 and S3 and S4. We have a name there, and then also we have a load cell. This data logger can tackle for 4 load cells: LC1, LC2, LC3 and LC4. Then the other one is a resistant wire load cell. Here I think we are not using for resistant wire load cell. And then we also have for the battery, we have a solar charger, solar power charger, and then the other one is electric charger. Okay, so later we will talk about this solar and charger. Okay, and then here these 4 LVDTs are fixed directly on the data logger, and then but load cell is fixed on a multiplexer. Okay, the multiplexer reading come to channel number 1 and U1 and U2. So all 4 load cells we can read in one channel. Okay, and then all the wirings are already fixed here. What for the load test, what you need to do is you just fix the load cell in the right connection, and then LVDTs in the right connection. Okay, then before starting the load test, then first what we need to do is, the first thing is we put the load cell in a file. Here, for example, is here we already put in this is the load cell. We just do it for the calibration check before we start for the load test. So this is the load cell, and then load cell can be fixed. One load cell, 1000 load cell, it can be fixed here in load cell number 1, isn't it? And we have to fix the load cell number 1. Okay, they got some groove. Just align the groove and just fix it out, and then just close the cap. There is a click sound to close the cap. Then after that, you can fix the LVDT. Okay, hold on. LVDTs, according to on the file, you can set up the LVDT in this position. Actually, now we are at the store there, so we got nothing to show. There is no file. For the magnetic stand, you have to fix it. Put the magnetic stand on the reference frame, and then LVDT on the steel plate or directly on the part. So with this setting, you can get in the LVDT. If the part is going down, you will get the LVDT in a positive as a settlement, positive value as a settlement. Okay, let me fix the LVDT. Yeah, there is one groove there. You have to align the groove, then you can fix the LVDT in easy ways. Later, let me to align the groove. The groove is in your side, right hand side. Okay. Okay, and then you can fix number 2. The naming of the just favorite. Just can you lights. Okay, number 4. Okay, this is number 4. Groove is in your side. Okay. Okay, then everything is fixed. So like this position, if you are set, LVDT already set, and then loader already in place, then the pile is about, if the pile is ready to start or ready to test it, then you can set the initial reading for both load cell and LVDT. So here, about to start, what you have to do is you need to plug in the power. The power is something like this. You just plug the power on. Okay, just plug the power on. You will see this LED light will be start blinking. And then here is a modem. Okay, the modem, actually the logger is start running already. The modem is like a phone, then you start finding for the line, the GSM connection, and then once everything is still, now you start finding for the GSM connection. Once it is, the line is already up, it will become green and amber, something like that. So maybe it may take about 1 minute, 2 minutes to the modem to get the internet connection. Okay. Meanwhile, I can see this is we call it keypad display for the display for the data. Now the load cell is running the program name is LT2115. Okay, then from there we have already programmed to see the result table in and you can view it here. Hold on a sec. You can see a few things, and then you can go to, this is LT2115. This is the where the file you can review. Okay, the other things is no need, you no need to see. Okay, so what you need to go down by pressing the down arrow key. Okay, yeah, going up. Okay, once you write the arrow is there in LT2115, you just press enter. Okay, so this is a normal view what you can see in there. Okay, what is currently displaying is battery voltage, and then the temperature of the current logger, and then load in kilonewton. Then you see S1 is the LVDT reading number 1, 2, 3, 4. Down there you move a little bit down, and then the average number down. This one is the RPMME reference beam movement. If you have a level measurement of a reference, because LVDT is sit on a reference beam. Magnetic stand is sit on a reference beam. If reference beam has a movement, that means the ground has a settlement. Then you need to make the correction on the LVDT reading. So for the level reading of the reference beam movement, if you have, let's say if you got 1 mm, you can key in here for 1 mm for to make the correction. Mostly if the ground is stable, you don't need to do for this reading. Later on we will talk about it, reference beam movement, how we can put it in. You can put it in is, let's say okay, go down, then the SCORR, that means corrected settlement. If you have a reference beam movement as 1 mm, if you put in 1, then there is already calculated for the corrected movement. That is, if also this reference beam movement, later on the calculation part, you can put you can put into calculator back, but the program is already right down. If you want to key in straight away, then it will automatically calculate at the back there. Okay, the other thing is there is a initial LC mean to set the load cell to the 0 reading, and then initial DS mean to set the displacement for the 0 readings. If you are about to start, you need to set this load cell as initial load cell need to set 0, and then go back. Can you go back? Okay. So this one need to set to 0, and also the LVDT need to set to 0, and you can start the test. Let's say if you are about to set the load cell to 0, you have to make sure load cell is let's say something like this condition. you have to be released. There should not be any load on the load cell. So you have to be clear from the file and then the main card. You need to have a little bit of clearance. If you make sure there is no load on the load cell, then only you should set the zero reading. And otherwise, you will have if you have already touched the guarder or something, then you might have registered a little bit of load there. So it may not 100% correct for the load reader. Okay. So when you want to set the load cell, you just press enter. Then you will see true or false. You just click true, then it will automatically set the load cell to zero reading. Okay. And then the program will automatically restart to make the initial reading. What is the initial reading is stored inside the program, and then it will start back. So you will come back to the main screen. This is the main screen. Then what you then go back forward. Okay. It's normally what you see the home screen is this one. Then you go to the home. Click home. Right. Enter also can. Home also can. Okay. Then click enter. Then you see just now, as I say, you have to go to the table file. The name is LT210115. Go down. Okay, then enter. Okay, so now you will see the load cell is already 0, and it's already set to 0. But you might see a little bit of 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. This is if you compare with kilonewton, it is not a you can say as a 0. You might see 0.01, 0.02, 0.03, or minus 0.1, minus 0.2, but it is actually the 0. It's just accuracy, the little bit of the small readings. Okay, and now second time is okay. Load cell is already set to 0. That is already sure. And second thing, what you need to do is set the displacement LVDT to 0. That means the same thing. You go down to displacement initial DS. Then you press enter. Then you will see true or false. So you just press true. That means you are going to set the initial reading 0 reading for the LVDT. So this is the program that's restarting and compiling the program and everything. And now it's already ready. Then you go back home data, then LT2115, enter. Okay, everything you will see is very close to 0 already. You might see 0.001, 0.002. That is a very small. Then now you are ready to start the load test. And then meanwhile, okay, for the modem also, you can see just now, as I said, the modem is already down there, amber color and green color. That means already up, and the internet connection is already up. Okay, and then there is a 2 arrow sign. This is the data transfer, because my one is already connected with my office server, so there is a data transfer is taking place. Okay, so go back. Yeah, go back. Go to the top there. Okay, so no, it's okay. So go back to the LG2111. Okay, yeah, 2115, enter. Okay, so but one thing I want to say it again is that Datalogger, just look at it. That Datalogger is scanning in every 15 seconds. So every 15 seconds, this reading will be changed. So when you apply the load, that means when you are giving the check, you have to wait about 15 seconds. Then only you can see the load. So you jack and then wait for about 15 seconds and confirm the load is already there. Then you can start maintaining that load as required by your loading cycle. So this things is read every 15 seconds one time. Every 15 seconds one time, it will refresh the data. So the thing also, settlement also, you can view respectively every 15 seconds, like that. But inside the Datalogger, the data will be stored every 1 minute. So this Datalogger, what it does is every 15 seconds is read, and then every 1 minute it writes the data. So this is it. Then you can start the load test by viewing the data. If you want to go down, or the other things you want to see is you can press down key and then press up key. That's all. Okay. And then in case during the load test, if you think the reference, your measurement reference movement is, let's say, 0.5 mm or 1 mm, you can key in the value here. You press enter, and then you can key in the value. If this is 1 mm, then you can key in, then enter. So this corrected value will be changed as it's calculated, and it will be changed. But if it is normally, this thing is very rarely happen, so it may not be necessary to write down. Okay, this is how it was changed. Okay, so this is it.